Welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where every week I show you a brand new batch of mead, and every Wednesday I go live to show you different steps of that mead making process. Tonight we are racking some awesome mead. It's my strawberry cran mead, so I'm going to be racking it, which is step 2 of 3 tonight. Start making your own alcohol at home. Stay tuned. We're going to get started here in about just over 18 minutes from now. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Time to sign in. Say hello. Hello. Jen, good evening. Wonderful to see you. Hello. Let me get my schedule going here. All right, we're ready. We're absolutely ready. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day. Some people's favorite day of the week. It's my... because I'm here. Hello. Welcome. Should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Just between you and I, because we're the only ones here right now. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Strawberry cran. It should be beautiful. It could probably use another few days fermenting. I'm on a schedule. We're going to rack it anyway. It's going to be fine. Hopefully nobody points it out. Hello. Skull, welcome. If you're just jumping in, let me know where you're from. What's your favorite mead? That is a great question. I have so many favorites. But my favorite all time is actually tied. There's 2 tied for it. Blueberry is my ultimate answer. Cliche, I make a lot of meads, a lot of crazy stuff. But blueberry is my favorite. It's a very simplistic recipe. But I love it. I love the blueberry one. It's tied with elderberry, which I'm less from. I was actually shipped some dehydrated elderberries from my good buddy, a mentor of mine, Scott. So I made a mead out of them. And I was really shocked. Elderberries are very common and natural to like the Northern European, Scandinavian countries. And you can grow them in some environments in the United States. Some are fine. But you can't really buy them anywhere. So you have to kind of either buy them dehydrated, which works fine. Watch my videos. Or you have to kind of grow your own if you want to use fresh ones. It's a much different taste than like a berry that I was used to. Like it's not. It looks very similar to a smaller blueberry, but they've got like an earthy taste. Maybe it's psychological, and I'm like more prone to that traditionally. Elderberry and blueberry are tied for my first number 1 and number 2s, and they're interchangeable. They're interchangeable. They're awesome. Hello, hello. Jacob, Adam, hello, good evening. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight we're going to strawberry cran mead, and it's mostly strawberry with cranberry juice, strawberry cranberry juice, and yeah, with some strawberries added to it. I can't wait to see what color this is. Like, it's obviously going to be red. How potent is the red going to be? I've made lots of red meads. If you missed it, this is my chocolate cherry mead, so it's a little bit darker. That we came out with last week. It fell under my holiday series for my Mother's Day mead. So, hello. Hello, Corey. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. There's a lot of new people here. Welcome. If you don't know what I do, I make mead, which is the oldest alcohol beverage in the world, and I come out with a brand new batch of it every single Saturday. I have never missed a Saturday, and I've never replicated a recipe, ever. Batch 168 comes out this coming Saturday, and it is in a brand new series I'm calling the World Deities Meads. That's where I take a god or god from many different cultures, some of them very ancient, some of them are very modern, and I make a mead that I hope is worthy of that deity's attention. So we're kicking that off this Saturday. I hope you come back. That'll be out at about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. In addition to that, every single Wednesday, I go live to show you different steps of the mead making process live. So tonight we're going to be racking some mead. Apple maple mead today. The apple maple mead. Like you reviewed it. You reviewed it Reviewed it. Not viewed it. Reviewed it. Review? It is mead. Many different kinds. I was not, depending on what gathering you're talking about, I was not. I was not. I don't believe I was in that. If I was, I missed it. I missed it. Definitely not. Definitely not. I've been to North Carolina a few times, but not recently. um, from Denmark, hello from the United States, the East Coast of the United States, and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, you either didn't tag me in it or my notifications are way off. Way off. I actually have this conversation with Dennis very often. I asked him to just like shoot me a message when he tags me or if he posts anything at all because I don't see it. Like nothing comes up. It's the same thing everybody complains about. I will check it out right after this though. But I don't know how it came out. Thank you so much in advance. I'm very excited to watch it. I did not get any notifications whatsoever that happened. I will check it out right away, though, and I can't wait. Thank you so much. Even if you hated it, I'm thanking you so much. I appreciate the time. And, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Everybody follow Corey and go check that out real quick. Wait till after the live, but then do it. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I'm very excited. I sent Corey some meat, so he did a review on it, and I'm very excited now. I'm very excited. I was very excited anyway. I like to share my stuff. I make a lot of it, and yeah, I store a vast majority of what you see. If it was free, I would ship all you guys stuff. The only thing that prevents me from doing that costs a lot of money. Costs a lot of money. No, I'd say Dennis already watched it, so it definitely got out there. So I'm very excited. Thank you, Dennis. I can't wait to watch it. Cannot wait to watch it. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Jen, I don't think I've sent you anything. You should message. Let me send you something. You're very consistent and you're always supportive. I feel like I owe you. I'd love to ship you something. As of yet, nobody has gotten sick that I know of from anything that I've sent them. There's no poison involved. I'm relatively trustworthy, easy to track down if anything bad happens. So I don't sell, unfortunately. Great question, though. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I'm not licensed. However, I do the next best thing, and I show you exactly how I make every single batch. I also add every single recipe free in the description, so you can replicate. What you need to do is buy your own equipment and your own ingredients and follow along. I have to find a way to send a message upstairs. Hopefully soon. Can you guys hear that? All I hear is water dripping. So here. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I got a little sidetracked. In about 9 minutes, we're going to get started. I'm going to move the camera. Yeah, we are going to... yeah, we're going to have to get started. I don't think I have a way to send like a message, unfortunately, without like risking shutting something off. When you decide to sell, my sister-in-law does licensing. Yeah, I'd love to know more about it. I think that my biggest hurdle, and like Scott and Dennis and I have looked into this in pretty great detail, the cost. The cost is incredible. Incredible up front. 8 minutes run up, yeah. I mean, if you can entertain everybody for like 2 seconds, will. But I'm hoping that That has to stop eventually. It has to stop. I don't know if I can, like, I'm afraid to, like, shut anything down. I'm afraid. 10 grand, and that's in Connecticut, yeah. And Connecticut's probably pretty similar to Maryland. So, Connecticut has better pizza than anybody, though. Anybody. But yeah. Give me a second. I'm going to run, because we have a few minutes. Dennis, you're in charge. Entertain everybody 2 seconds. I'll be back. Don't let anybody leave. If somebody joins, make them stay. What'd I miss? I told you I'd be quick. What'd I miss? Hello. If you're looking to make your own mead, you're in the right place. Not only are you around the best people I ever in the comments right now, this is the best community in the whole world. Best community in the whole world. So yeah, give us all a follow, and yeah. Making mead is incredibly easy. I'm going to show you a big step of it tonight. We lost every single viewer on YouTube during that process. Every single one. It's at 0 right now. It's alright. We'll restart. We'll restart. Hello. I agree TikTok is better, community-wise. YouTube, though, it's going to be easier to hit milestones on YouTube. It is. It's going to be easier to hit milestones on YouTube. TikTok actually, like, you to hit so many, like, viewership within certain periods of time to monetize any of your content. YouTube has that for their shorts. It's a very similar process, actually. But they also have a watch hours, which is if you watch any of your longer content over 60 seconds long, that's a separate category where you can also monetize from. And since my videos are usually about 6 minutes long every Saturday, that's the easy route for me to take. So that's why I kind of push it. Gotta be honest with you. That's why, like, you'll hear me ask, hey, hit that playlist. Just let it play. Let it play when you go to sleep, when you get in the shower, on your way to work, whatever. Let it play. Helps the watch hours. Welcome to the Old Gods Meter. In about 4 minutes, we're going to get started. I'm going to be racking some mead tonight. So if you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries. The oldest evidence is actually from Africa, over 20,000 years old. There's evidence in ancient China, about 10,000 years old. Evidence in Central America, and of course, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead, and I think that's awesome. And yeah, it might be your coolest quality that I know about so far until I get to know you better. It might be your coolest quality, though. Thank you so much for joining us. I make mead in the most simplistic fashion as I can. Step 1 is the primary, where we put everything in a bucket, including the yeast, where it eats the sugars, reproduces and eats more sugars. From honey, it's considered a mead, and then it creates carbon dioxide, which leaks in the atmosphere, and alcohol, which we retain in the bucket. That takes a few weeks. That was a few weeks ago for this strawberry cran batch that we're messing with. So we're going to be moving on to step 2, which is racking the mead. I'm going to transfer this mead from our 2-gallon fermenting bucket to our 1-gallon glass carboy, and I'll explain that much more detail, a much higher level, much greater detail once we get started. but it's mostly to separate the solids from the liquids. And there to clarify until step 3 in a few months where we bottle it. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how easy step 2 is. Tonight, we will do the whole process in less than 10 minutes. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes from now, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set an alarm every single Wednesday. I am here to show you one of those 3 steps of the processes with different batches. So come back every Wednesday. And then in addition to that, and completely separate, every single Saturday at 9 a.m., I put out a Mead video, a how-to video that showed you exactly how to make a batch from beginning to end. And every single one of those batches is brand new and unique. And I'm kicking off a brand new series this Saturday with that called the World Deities Mead. I made a mead for a certain god or goddess from a very ancient or very current culture that I think is going to be worthy of their attention. And I can't wait to show you this Saturday. It's kicking off that brand new series. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, come back this Saturday, set an alarm, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The earlier you jump on it, the better it helps out the algorithm. And that doesn't just go for me, that goes for you. If you make content, let me know. I will get on it as soon as it posts. And then, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. We're getting ready. Should be a lot of fun, though. All my mead comes in 1 of 4 categories right now. Last week was your Mother's Holiday Series. This is your chocolate strawberry, or sorry, chocolate cherry mead. Chocolate covered cherry mead. Go back and watch it. It is amazing. It's a good mead, too. It's a good mead. So, that was their last one. This next one is still secret. I will show you on Saturday, though. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Old Guide's Meadery. We are back. We lost the other platform, but it's all right. We're gonna get started here, and yeah, pretty much right now. A few seconds. I apologize for the delay. It happens. The show must go on, as I say. Welcome, and yeah, let's get started. It's 9 a.m. So here's how it's gonna go. I want you guys to pay attention since you're here now. I'm gonna move the camera. We're going to get started. I'm going to say hello like you're not there. That's because I'm talking to future you. I'm going to repost this video tomorrow. That's for future you watching the replay of the video. That's for you tomorrow. I'm going to go through it like you're not there because the camera's going to be pulled a little bit further back so you can see everything. And yeah, so I won't be able to see the comments. My eyes, they won't let me see them. Afterwards, I'm going to wrap it up. It's going to take less than... I'm going to say goodbye. That's not for you either. That's for a future you watching tomorrow. That's when I'm saying goodbye. For you, the real you that's here now, don't go anywhere. I'm going to move the camera closer, and I want to have another drink with you. I want to see what you guys thought, how it went. So, again, I'm going to say hello. I already said hello to you guys. That's for future you. I'm saying hello again. I'm going to say goodbye. Not for you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to future you watching tomorrow. You, stay here. No, not me, you. You, now you. For now you, I'm not talking to. I'm talking to future you. You guys got what I'm saying. Pretty sure. Skull. Let's move. We don't want to fall too far back. Too far off. There she is. We are a little sideways here. Alright. It's good enough. Good enough. I'm not arguing. Not arguing. Until I get over here. Then I'll start arguing with myself. Yeah, ooh, it is. It's a little crooked. It's alright. I'm going to open this up and show you anyway. And then, if it's crooked after that, it's too bad. That's tomorrow's problem. So, again, one last sip. Go. Thank you so much for letting me be here, guys. In all seriousness, Wednesday's my highlight. I'm happy to be here. I'm so grateful for you guys. And I'm so grateful you allowed me to be in this amazing community. Let's go. Let's see what this is like. Let's get started. Don't go anywhere after I say goodbye. Hello and welcome to the Old Guide's Meadery. Tonight, very special night, we are going to be racking, which is my step 2 of this mead. This is my strawberry cream mead. Cannot wait to see what it looks like. So about 2 weeks ago, I believe this one was on April 30th. We put all of the ingredients in the bucket. This is 1 gallon of strawberry cran juice, and then 3 pounds of frozen, defrosted, brought to room temperature strawberries, 2.5 grams of yeast. This one is EC1118 for those of you that know what you're doing, and then 2 grams of yeast nutrient, which is about half a teaspoon. All of that went into the bucket. We sealed it up. This guy crazy, went nuts. So that tells me for sure there is alcohol in here. When yeast takes over, it starts reproducing and it eats sugars. It ate sugars from the honey, which makes it a mead. It also ate sugars from the strawberries. There, it produced 2 things. 1, carbon dioxide, which leaked out our air here and out through the atmosphere, and alcohol, which we retain in this bucket. Tonight, we're racking the mead, which means we're going to be transferring it into our secondary vessel. That way, we separate solids from the liquids, and we give it a good position to kind of clarify in the future. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and see what she looks like. I'm already getting a whiff of it. It smells like strawberries. It smells so good. I mean, it doesn't look great, but I'll show you. Let's take a look. 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 I mean, it's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. I cannot wait to put this out. Let's go ahead and get this guy transferring, and we'll see what color it really is on the inside. This is my mini hand pump siphon. This is what I use to transfer mead. You'll notice that our bucket is raised above our carboy here. That is because gravity will do most of the work here. We're going to very carefully penetrate the strawberries floating on the top there. We don't want to get any solids in here that we can avoid. And give it a couple pumps. And like I said, at this point, gravity will take over. And we should get a good transfer here. As you see, we got it started. And I can tell you, I'm already in love with this color. In love with the color. I was afraid it was going to be a little bit like dull. But this is exactly what you expect with strawberry. It is just a red. And yeah, it's going to be great. It smells great already. I cannot wait. I cannot. This is such an amazing batch. I cannot wait. If you don't know what mead is, though, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the main fermentation instead of grapes or other fruits. This one is obviously a combination of the two, and you'll see many variations in between. It is also the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. It's far older than beer and far older than wine. Independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, the southern Africa region, over 20,000 years old. That information just came out last year in an article from some archaeologists. But there's also evidence in ancient China dating over 10,000 years old. There's evidence in ancient Central America. And there's evidence in Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it and made it super famous. They did it better than everybody else, too. Let's be honest. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think that's awesome. I show you how to make the most simplistic versions of it every single week. Every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch. And an instructional video on how to make it from beginning. It comes out at 9 a.m. every single Saturday. And I always put the recipes free in the description so you can make it yourself. And then in addition to that, every single Wednesday, I go live, like right now, to show you a step of the mead making process live. Tonight, we're in step 2. Step 1 was 2 weeks ago. We actually put all this ingredients in this bucket, including the yeast. The yeast went nuts and ate all the sugars in the strawberry and the honey itself, and produced a lot of alcohol. I could tell you, I could smell it. As it died down, yeast will stop if one of 2 things happens. One, if the sugar source runs out. If there's no more sugars to eat, the yeast will stop. I can tell you that was not the case here because we used a fruit juice and fruit on top of it with honey. So there should have been plenty of sugars to continue to eat. So likely what happened was the second scenario, which is the yeast hit its alcohol tolerance. Every yeast is a little bit different. Some alcohol tolerances are higher than others. The one I used here should top out about 15%, but again, every batch is different. But what that means is the alcohol in here hit a level where it became toxic for the yeast to reproduce anymore. So the yeast not continue to eat sugars. So yeah, I expect this to be sweet, but also really high alcohol content at the end of it. We'll find out in a few weeks. It is just, look at it. Look at it. The most brilliant color. Just over halfway done here. And like I said, gravity is taking over. You can kind of see how quickly it's pouring out there into our glass carboy. And it is beautiful. I am very excited about it. Very, very excited about it. So yeah, come join me every single Saturday, 9 a.m., set an alarm, Eastern Standard Time, a brand new Mead video that shows you how to make it from beginning to end. I try to entertain you some too. Throw some jokes in there, some surprises. Last week was batch 167. It was your Mother's Day mead. I made some chocolate-covered cherry mead, and it turned out pretty good. Pretty good. Go back and watch it. This coming Saturday is a brand new series I'm kicking off called World Deities. You guys loved my Norse gods and goddesses meads. I put a playlist down below, so go check out playlists. Watch every single one, comment on all of them, share them with your friends. That category evolved into a world deity, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick a god or goddess from many different countries and cultures all over the world, some of them very ancient and very modern. And I'm going to try to make a mead that I think honors that culture. The very first one comes out this Saturday. It's a very secret. I have not told you what god or goddess I chose. I have not told you what flavor. You won't find out till Saturday, so come back Saturday. It's very awesome. I'm very proud of it. I can tell you it's going to be a good one. So come back this Saturday. I can't wait to show you. As for this batch, we're getting very close here. I'm looking to hit about the bottom of this knuckle. I just know from my experience with this siphon that's about the volume that this glass straw takes. So you'll see here in a second as we get a little bit closer to the bottom of the knuckle here. We will pay a little bit more attention because we do not want to overfill this bottle. And we don't want to underfill it. You don't want to leave too much headspace in there. That just leaves it prone to anything crazy happening. And as it rescinds here, it speeds up. So you want to pay close attention when you get this close. Once we get right there to the bottom of that knuckle, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of our solution here. And then, like I said, that will compensate for the volume of that glass straw there. You saw it drop down a little bit, and that's right where we want to put this. Shake that off a little bit so we don't make two. We're going to put this guy aside. And we're going to raise this guy up where it should be. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. All right, last step. We're going to be putting this fermenting cap on. These come in many different versions. I like these screw ones because I know that I'm tight. You can also get cork versions, also have a hole in it, or plugs. This is a 3-piece airlock. I love these guys. They're so easy to take apart and clean as opposed to your typical S-shaped airlocks. These are my preference. We're going to put that little cap on the straw there, and we're going to fill this about halfway full of water. That way, if there's any fermentation still going on there, it will still have some room to leak out. The carbon dioxide will still be able to leak out through here. Put that cap on there, and we're done. That's it. We're racked. So I'm going to place this in the cool dark. It will sit there for a few months as it clarifies. So all of the remaining gunk that is still dissolved in our solution, our mead here, will drop to the bottom, clarifying the top portion of the mead. So all the yeast that's currently dissolved and all the very tiny particle-sized strawberries that are in there will drop to the bottom and clarifying the top portion of it. So we will very carefully return to this batch in a few months where we'll be bottling this mead. So that's step number 3. So please come back and join me every single Wednesday. I'll show you different stuff of the mead making process live. If you're live right now, stay where you are. I'm going to pull you a little bit closer and see what you thought. If you're watching the replay of this, shame on you. Come back and watch next Wednesday live. I'm always on at least 15 minutes early so we can chit-chat about what's going to happen and stay on a little bit later like I will tonight. And then join me every single Saturday. Set an alarm, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jump on that video as soon as it comes out. That's what really helps out me and the algorithm. Yeah, and thank you so much for letting me be here. I am incredibly honored to share my passion and my loves with you. This is your strawberry cran mead. I cannot wait to see how it turns out, and I can't wait to show you. All very soon. Again, thank you so much for letting me be here. Skull. If live, stay where you are. If you're on the replay, see you next week. Woo! Look at that. Look at it. So excited. I always get excited. I know I always get excited. You're like, he's always excited, that guy. But this one I'm excited about. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. You will not regret making this one. Hello, Carlos. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's beautiful. Frozen strawberries, always, Richard. Always. Always. I'm a big, big, big supporter of any frozen fruit. It gets a little gray. There's some gray areas in there. Like apples don't work as well. I don't use apples at all, though. If you're gonna make a cider, use apple juice. That's my pro tip. But every berry, especially, use frozen for a couple reasons. One, the process, the physical process your fruit goes through when it freezes and then defrosts, as it goes closer back to room temperature, the outer membranes of the actual cells break down and it becomes more syrupy. So you fermentation of color and flavor every single time. And it's like science. It's like science. But also, and I kind of learned this from a homebrew city, really smart guy. It's fresher. It's fresher. Believe it or not, when they harvest stuff for freezing, almost right away. They harvest it, freeze it, package it, get it to the stores. As opposed to the produce, fresh fruit, it will get picked. It'll sit on a truck, get shipped off to some like warehouse where it'll get picked again, kind of, and like packaged. Then it'll get shipped to your grocery store where it sits in the back room. And that 15-year-old guy that got hired to bag stuff, but like they needed help in produce, that picks his nose all the time. You know who I'm talking about. He touches it and puts it on the aisle, and then it sits there for a couple days. Grandma comes up and picks it up and goes, "Nope, that's not the one I want." And then that booger guy goes, "Oh, this looks messed up," and you gotta fix it. And then you up and go, "Oh, this is fresh fruit." Buy the frozen stuff. Buy the frozen stuff. Hello, Saber. What's got here? It's not time for commercial yet. We're talking about boogers. Talking about boogers. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meter. If you just jumped in, you missed it. We just racked this Mead. The replay up tomorrow evening. 3 pounds of local honey for $23 is a good deal. It's a good deal. Frozen fruit all the time. I love it. I will always support frozen fruit. And good evening. Good to see you. I always buy frozen stuff. Always. Now, stuff takes forever, ever to defrost. If you haven't done it, like, I was very disappointed in myself the first couple times I did this because I underestimated how long it takes. You want to leave it out like at least 24 hours before you're going to use it. At least. I try to stick closer to like 36 hours. So like when I made this batch, I left it out the morning before I did the live. So almost, it was probably a little bit 40 hours by the end of it to just make sure it was closer to room temperature. A beekeeper, I want to be your best friend. I don't know how to make that happen. I don't know what kind of people you like, but I want to be one of them. First time making it, kind of nervous. Don't be. You are in a group of people that fail. And don't worry. You will not succeed every time, but I guarantee your first is going to surprise you in a great way. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Most people would tell you just do a traditional mead. I would say you're safe with any like of the basic fruit stuff. If you want to make something a little bit fancier, go for it. Why not? But I promise you, it's not as hard as you think it is. Don't be nervous. Don't overthink anything. My number one overthink, talk about this sometimes, was sanitizing. Sanitizing is important. Everything that you see during the mead process that touches your mead and portion should be sanitized. Clean it, sanitize it. But once you have bubbles in your carb or in your actual, if you're using a bucket, hopefully you're using a bucket in your primary. If you have once you have bubbles, you're probably okay. There's exceptions and there's one-offs, but if you see bubbles, your yeast is producing alcohol, which therefore makes it hard for anything else to grow, because alcohol is toxic to everything. So once you see bubbles, relax. That's something I did not do for a really long time. But clean it, sanitize it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I was measuring out sanitize. I bought like a big thing from Amazon, droplets, measuring stuff out. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. I'm on batch 168. I'm coming out with batch 168 this Saturday. I literally have the like jumbo thing of sand sanitizer, and I do this. I eye it. I take it tonight. I'll dump that out and I'll wash it out initially, and then when I sanitize it, I'll do this. That's what I'll do. And then how I know if I'm successful or not? Bubbles. If I see bubbles, I go, yeah, there's sanitizer there. Tons of bubbles. Good to go. I don't know how much waste you had, but like I have 3 pounds of dead strawberries, and it's probably about a quarter of that bucket is still full. I love the 2-gallon fermenting bucket. That's kind of another subject too, though. I would always suggest, especially if you're brand new, use 2-gallon fermenting buckets for your primary. There's a lot of benefits to it. A lot of people make mead in these 1-gallon glass carboys, and you can do that. You are going to sacrifice a few things, though. You get to pick up. The big pro is you get to watch your stuff. If you're watching this ferment, you'll see some other creators. When you have fruit floating up like this high and you see bubbles coming through it, bubbles coming out of here, it's a fun process. You're proud of yourself. However, you sacrifice a lot of volume because these guys only hold so much. They're also incredibly difficult to clean, especially if you have solid here. These are like small neck, right? So you have to get some like pipe cleaners. They make some for carboys. They're quite a bit longer, like 18 inches. But they're not fun to clean. They're just not. And they're not fun to get fruit out of. Especially if you're one that use like bags. So a lot of people use like a cheesecloth bag because that keeps everything in kind of one spot. So you get less sediment. Harder to do. Harder to do. I always say use a 2-gallon fermenting bucket. The biggest reason is you have lots of extra room to experiment. You can add in lots of other stuff and still expect a gallon of liquid afterwards. You can also not worry about cleaning them. They're buckets. You do one of those, all the crap comes out of it, and then you wash it out, and you're done. They're that easy to clean, as opposed to these guys. So there are variations out there. I'm not saying don't experiment. Boys that are wide mouth, so it looks just like this, but with a wide mouth on the top. They also make larger ones, so you can use bigger carboys or bigger buckets even. If you're making 1-gallon batches, though, I say stick to your 2-gallon fermenting bucket for your primary, your 1-gallon glass carboy for your secondary. You'll see a million different variations, though. A million different variations. And none of them are wrong. None of them are wrong. Experiment, buy a few things, see what you like to do. But my recommendation, if you're just starting, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the bucket. It's 5-gallon glass carboy. It's so big. It's awesome, though. It's awesome. I don't know one of those. I've seen people make mead in water jugs. They take a 1-gallon water plastic jug that you buy water in from the grocery store and make mead in that. It's possible. There's no rules. There's no rules. Anybody that tells you you're doing it wrong is jealous of what you're doing. That's what I say. So, expand. Have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to want to continue to do it. And if you expect to never fail, you probably shouldn't have any hobbies, because that's part of the growing process. Have fun. 2-gallon apple pie. I am hungry now. I love apple. I actually have one. I don't know which one it is. I have one of my favorite ones ever is in here somewhere. That's my epic strawberry. Remind me to show you my epic strawberry if you guys haven't seen that. Oh no, maybe I took it out. I might have taken it out. Son of a gun! That's my blueberry. That's my favorite one ever. Oh, here it is. There it is. I knew I had it. This is my apple pie. Look at it. I love it. I love it. You can't go wrong with anything apple. The technical term for you guys that are newer is called a sizer. So if you hear that term, it's sizer mead. There's many different types of meads. And only the guys on Facebook will tell you that you're doing something wrong. Just an FYI. If you get corrected on something, it's because you're on Facebook. Don't go there. It's toxic. Traditional batch that's been bottled for a few months and still has a lot of yeast flavor. Is it clear? Is it? I would say, waiting for your answer. Without some kind of dilution, probably not. Especially if it's clear. Yeah, if it's clear, no. Just redo it. I would ask, what yeast did you use, and how much of it did you put in it? But you shouldn't have a yeast flavor if it's clear. So that tells me that something probably went sideways in the fermentation process. Yeah, mead is actually made in an almost identical fashion as wine, except we use honey for the main fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. But there's so many combinations, like the many you see in front of you, like this one right here that exists in between. I wouldn't say you messed up. Like, if it's clear, you obviously did a lot right. That's not an easy thing to do. Don't discredit yourself. That requires a little bit of knowledge and a lot of patience. So you did a lot right. I would start there. The yeast flavor itself, it's hard to say, because if you use too much yeast, it probably wouldn't be clear. Peach cobbler just sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. 5. You wait, drank 3 bottles of 5 days. It's too much. It's too much. It burns good. A ginger mead. I love ginger. Ginger is one of the ingredients that I don't think we use enough of as a community. Yeah, 2 bottles left. You got to start making mead faster. Or drinking slower, which I don't think is an option. It's not a good option. Hello. And welcome to the Old Gods Mead. If you're just jumping in, you missed it. We racked the strawberry cran mead. This is 1 gallon of strawberry cran juice. Thank you. I would make a really cool cowboy, I think. 3 pounds of strawberries, 3 pounds of honey, 2.5 grams of yeast, and 2 grams of yeast nutrient. And thank you, Dennis. Yeah, that's what I do. I give away, I talk about this often too. I make 4 bottles per week, not including my Wednesday batches. So it's 8 bottles a week. The first one I use to taste and stuff for the initial video where I'm making the mead. I also, if I do any promotional stuff for myself, if I pre-record stuff for the following week, if you see me with any kind of liquid, it's usually the previous week's mead in that glass. And then the other 3 bottles I store or give away. Save some for the Mead Fest. If Scott were here, he'd yell at me to advertise that right now. Yeah, if you are near or close or want to come to September 6th, we're going to be putting on Mead Fest #2. We're going to be going to the Renaissance Festival in Maryland on September 6th. And then that evening, it looks like we're going to grab a hotel of some sort. Hopefully we can get some kind of like ballroom. We're working out the logistics still in the background. But yeah, we're going to bring tons of mead. Scott and Dennis and myself are definitely going to bring tons of mead. You can as well if you want to join us, but you're not obligated to. If you want to come empty-handed and just share mead and drink our meads, you are more than welcome to do so. I'm going to be bringing probably about 60 bottles, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm putting aside 1 bottle from every batch, doing that in the background for a really long time. So it'll be just over a year's worth of meads that I bring in. Everybody's invited. I don't have like super tight details yet, but set your September 6th. I'd love to see you and meet you in person. And yeah, give you some mead. And I'm not going home with any of it. It's just an FYI. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I'm even going to dress up. Still kind of getting my outfit together, but I'm going to dress up. I have this very consistent guy on YouTube that comments on my videos. You need to dress up like a Viking. You'll go viral immediately. And I always respond to him. I goes, I appreciate it. Like, maybe I'll try it one day. And I've done a couple of likey stuff. But he is like, I don't know. I'm starting to think he might be some kind of prophet or maybe a time traveler, and he's like trying to give me signs. That's how like he's in my head. He's in my head. The mango mead, yes. Mango's another ingredient I don't think we use enough of as a community. Yeah, I mean it's I always dress up too, but like nobody judges. That's the cool thing about the Renaissance Festival. Nobody judges each other. But I'm gonna be transparent. I have like a Halloween costume style Renaissance Festival. I haven't put a lot of investment in it. It's just Halloween stylish, right? I went to Michigan. I drove out Michigan for our Mead Fest last year, and met up with Scott. Scott's serious. He's serious. Like his outfit from like top to bottom is thousands of dollars. And that's how like a lot of his friends are. I felt intimidated and I felt underdressed because of it. I felt like I was being judged. Nobody actually judged me. I was ashamed of myself a little bit. So gonna have to find some kind of median because I'm not spending thousands of dollars. I think that's crazy. I think Scott's crazy. But I want to be better than I was. Yeah. I'm not kidding you. Like, one of the first things we did, we walked in the Renaissance Festival, like, hey, I'm with the cool guy. And we went up to the smith, right? The blacksmith. And this is a true story. Confirm this if he's here. We're looking like in the case, and the blacksmith comes over, and he goes, your brother put that sword on hold yesterday, right? And Scott's like, did he really? He's like, yep. The sword was like $1,500. The sword, just by itself. That's Scott's brother, who I have no person, but I can't imagine he's as cool as Scott. So, just saying. I don't own anything that valuable. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Mead. If you're just jumping in, I make mead every Saturday. Come out a brand new batch, and every Wednesday I go live to show you different stuff of the mead making process live. We just racked this beautiful strawberry cran mead. I'm excited. Look at it. Look at it. In a few months, this will clarify. It's going to be just the most amazing color. I can't wait. So, I mean, he did wear a kilt. He did wear a kilt. I won't make jokes about how short his kilt was. I would require a longer kilt if I were to wear one. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be polite though. Jen's still here. I expect you guys to be gentlemen. So my my general rule is 3 pounds of fruit. So let me start over. Definition wise, for it to be considered a mead, it needs to be 51% or more sugar source from the honey. If it's 50% honey, 50% fruit, it's considered a wine, technically. I can tell you right now that the guys on Facebook would call this a wine, not a mead. This is 3 pounds honey, 3 pounds of strawberries. I would argue, technically, if you were to break it down, I lost some strawberry and some of its juice in the packaging, just sticking to the sides of it. It's probably just shy of 3 pounds, therefore still making it a mead. But that's if I was arguing on Facebook, which I'm not. I refuse to do it. But you see how passionate I am about it. This one is technically a mead in every sense of the word. But I recommend about 3 pounds of fruits. And every palate is different, so your taste buds are different than mine. That's kind of my sweet spot where I like stuff. I also like drier stuff. So that higher fruit content usually will produce a higher alcohol content as well. Yeah, 4 pounds of honey. I've done a few batches like really early on where I was kind of experimenting. I did 2 pound batches and I did 4 pound batches, and 3 pounds is just the sweet spot where I kind of landed. Backswing is really the secret if you want to like change flavors of something or you want something sweeter. Hey, thank you. I almost thought Saber was saying that. If you really want one, it's the only way I make money here on TikTok. Jump in my link tree up top. I have a Printify where I sell amazing mead t-shirts so you can spread the awesome you are and how you love to talk about mead. Saber's here. Melatonin, yeah. I'm going to need some of that. I'm going to need some to borrow some of that. Yeah, I would definitely back sweeten if you're really worried about the strawberry flavor. Like this one, I expect to come out a little bit drier than I think most people would expect. But back sweetening is adding in fruit or sometimes just more honey in the secondary. So in this process, you could even do it in the bottling process. It's actually a really stressful day. I think I'm just like I'm so excited that it's the tail end of the day, and I'm so excited to come here. Again, I'm not lying. Like this is the focal point. This is my focal point, especially at the beginning of the week. So I can assure you, I'm very tired. I'm very tired, and I got to get up stupid early again tomorrow. But that's okay. I needed to be here. I needed to be here. Yep, jump into my Printify. There's a link tree up in my profile on my channel. Yeah, mead t-shirts for everybody. You just gotta buy them, but they're all $20. All of them, every single one's $20. Starting to mix in. Can you rephrase that question you're asking? I will say, like, if you're talking about one of my videos, I usually add 3 pounds of honey into a pot, and then usually about half a gallon of water or other liquids. And I like to heat it to it in that first half, and then I combine that with the second half. Hopefully, kind of answered your question. I'm gonna check it out, Corey. I promise. And I feel horrible that I missed it. But as soon as I close this out, I'm gonna get it going. For my bottle size. So again, I'm not quite sure. Like honey, these are 750 milliliter standard wine bottle size. These gallon batches, produce about just shy of 4.5 bottles. I usually just bottle 4 and dump out that at last half ish. Sometimes I'll like try it, especially if I'm nervous about it before I do a review video, but don't tell anybody that. That's very rare, actually. Usually I go on purpose. I try to capture my actual reaction. Run through the whole process. Do you think that's what the question is? The whole process. All right. So step one is the primary, where I take a 2-gallon fermenting bucket, using the beginning of this video, and I put all my ingredients in there. I also simultaneously heat up about half a gallon of water with 3 pounds of honey. I dissolve the honey in there. This helps get everything started. It's not a super necessary portion of the process, but I enjoy it. I think most mead creators out there will do the same. Combine the two. So in this case, it was 2-gallon fermenting bucket. It had 1 strawberry cran juice, 3 pounds of honey, 3 pounds of strawberries, 1.5 grams of yeast, and 2 grams of yeast nutrient. That's an entire ingredient recipe right there. I sealed it up. I shook it up to make sure everything was nice and awesome in there. And then I put one of these 3-piece airlocks on it. Within 24 hours, that yeast started reproducing to the point where it started eating sugars like crazy. So sugars from the honey is what considers it a mead, sugars from the juice itself, and sugars from the strawberries. As it eats, it also reproduces and then starts to eat more and doubles and doubles and doubles. One of two things happen. It hits either, it runs out of sugars and it has no more food source, so it dies, or it hits its alcohol tolerance, which means the alcohol level in the solution has risen so high that the yeast has become toxic for the yeast to reproduce, so it stops and dies. At that point, it's done fermenting. So we take it and rack it, which is step number 2. That's what we did tonight. I transferred it from a 2-gallon fermenting bucket to this 1-gallon glass carboy. We separated all the liquids from the solids, and as you see, it's still very opaque. So we are going to put this in a cool, dark place. I put another airlock on it just in case there's any reactivation of the yeast, but likely it is good to go. It will sit here for about 3 to 5 months, depending on lots of other variables. During that time, everything that's currently dissolved in the solution will drop to the bottom and it'll become more clear, like many of the meat in front of you on camera. And at that point, we'll do step number 3, where I'm bottling the meat. I'll be transferring it from this gallon to individual 4 bottles, and then we'll taste it and see what we think. That's the whole process. It's that easy. Every single Saturday, I put out a video that shows you how to do that yourself, and put the recipes free in the description. Every single Saturday is a brand new batch. I have never, not one time since I started this journey, missed a Saturday. And I have never replicated a recipe. Every single one is brand new and unique. Batch 168 comes out this Saturday. I think I got it all there. I think I got it all. It's a stock. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll look into that. That's weird. It shouldn't be. Unless it's like in size. That I can't control. If it's certain sizes, it's third party. But all right, guys. It's about 9:45. I gotta start wrapping stuff up. I got some cleaning to do, and I gotta get up early. Come back this Saturday. Can't wait to show you guys. Yes, YouTube said that. I can't wait to show you guys my world deities. It's the first one. So if you guys don't know, I reset all of my series. Um, I'm still making the highlights. I came out with my Mother's Day mead this past Saturday. It is your strawberry, your chocolate. I keep saying strawberry. Chocolate cherry mead. Look at it. It's amazing. This is a good one. This is a good one. Go back and watch that video. It just came out last Saturday. I also started a series called Will It Mead. That's where I take ingredients that I think will work and I try to make meads out of them. You missed the first one. This is your Twink Mead. You heard me. Twinkies. I made a mead out of Twinkies. So go back and watch that. This coming Saturday is your World Deities mead. That's where I pick a god or goddess, lots of different cultures all over the world. And I go out of my way to try to make authentic mead that I think matches that god or goddess and to honor them. And I'm going out of my way to really learn what I can about the culture and try not to insult anybody. So hopefully I'm staying true to that. Don't worry, I'm still throwing in jokes. I'm not going to get boring on you. But I am doing my best not to try to insult anybody with that one. So come back this Saturday for your first World Deities mead. And then the following Saturday, we're kicking off my fourth and last category, the Zodiac meads. That one I'm going out of my way to insult every single Zodiac sign, with an exception of Virgo, which is the only awesome one. Stay tuned. We've got lots of great meads coming your way every single Saturday, a brand batch. And I got tons. I got tons coming your way. A lot that I'm very excited about, so stay tuned. Start a 3-gallon mead this weekend with blueberries. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Hitting the road with the RV. I love it. I love that whole story. So this will be racked for probably 3 to 5 months. Okay, I'm out of answers. I gotta go to bed. I gotta wash stuff and go to bed. Come back this Saturday, 9 a.m. Set your alarms, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really important for every content creator. If you hit their stuff right at the beginning of the posts, it really helps out. I will be a remote this Saturday, so if it's not 9 a.m. exact, stay tuned. It'll be within a few minutes. I'm actually going to start it a few minutes early, so it might be a few minutes before 9, but it'll be right around 9 o'clock. I predict the loading time, like when I'm home with my own Wi-Fi. It varies if I'm remote, and I will be remote this Saturday, so stay tuned. Join the Discord. There's a Discord up in my link tree. Good buddy Scott, a mead mentor of mine, created an amazing Discord for the community. Jump in there. It's a plethora of mead information. Every level of mead makers over there, brand new and very veteran, and everybody learns from each other over there. It's a great place to go. Good night and thank you. Thank you so much for letting me share what I love with you, and thank you so much for letting me be here and welcoming me into this amazing community and hobby. I can't wait to show you guys what's next. Good night, guys. Thank you much. I'll see you very soon. Jen, don't forget, shoot me a direct message. I'd love to send you and the hubby some meat. So I'm serious. Good night. See you then.